Tropical update as of 6 a.m. PST, September 4th. Lorena is moving northward, or maybe even a little bit east of northward. Looks like the AC as of 8 a.m. a couple hours from now will be downgrading this system to a tropical storm because it's obviously being sheared and it's quickly weakening over colder waters. And it will be weakening fast over the next 24 hours because of that. We can show you the latest. Here's the latest track. It will be moving. Yeah. Yep, it will be turning to the northeast later today, then making landfall, potentially as a depression or a tropical storm, but the ANC actually dissipates it even before then. Even it didn't even get in the Gulf of California. I mean, incredible. Just utterly destroys it. I mean, a lot of models, try to take it northwest. The official takes it. I mean, it just loses the system. I mean, it gets boom. Well, that's pretty much what we have with it. Maybe we can look at the last advisor a little bit. Let's move in 320 by 7 then. It's becoming less organized. Oh, it's still a hurricane then. Uh, it should be noted that in contrast to the right turn of the GFS and the original hurricane models, the Eastern WF and Canyon models continue to a left turn to as Lorena approaches the coast that would keep the center offshore until tackle dissipation. That's what those hurricane models are generally showing right now. I mean, it's possible it doesn't even make landfall because it absolutely gets destroyed over the next 36 to 48 hours. I mean, now we're gonna look at Kiko, which is a lot more respectable. It is becoming better organized. The eye's starting to show. Um, let's look at Kiko. It has 115 knots, 951 millibar pressure, 13.8 north, 153.3 west. And this system is a serious threat to Hawaii. Look at that. By Monday, 8 p.m., it is literally pointed at Hawaii as its 145-mile-per-hour winds. Um, yeah. Look at these hurricane models. Way out of Hawaii by 5-6 days. And the GFS neighbors, GFS, right through Hawaii, the big one, at 144 hours, but only 109 millibars. So it will probably weaken very, very fast. But you gotta realize there's cold water in this area that tracks over that is below 26C. Plus you get increased shear and you get a weakening system. Um, as you can see in intensity models, it will weaken below Cat 3 by 24 to 36 hours because of increased shear and colder waters. Then below, most likely below hurricane um, by 5 days, 6 days. So most likely it's going to be a strong tropical storm, probably 55 to 70 knots as it's moving over Hawaii. If we had to guess right now, let's see. Yeah, in the last 5 days they were going 125 knots. Um, still south of west. And this period they have it down 140 hours. They have it down around 70 knots. So 55 to 70 knots is a pretty good estimate of where it could be once it gets to Hawaii. Um, yeah, I expect in the short term, maybe the extra hour to 24 hours, it may actually be strengthened a little bit. Uh, and remain a Cat 4 based on satellite appearance. But then after, it will increasingly get over colder water and, yeah, increase in shear. Now we're going to look at the Atlantic, where we have our tropical disturbance over the Eastern Atlantic. It has 50% in the next 2 days, 80% in the next 7. And models are becoming more and more serious. I mean, more and more westward. I mean, as this system will be moving 5 to 10 miles per hour west-northwestward. But I think longer term, in the next 2, 3, 4 days, it could actually move westward based on these models. Here's the system this morning. It is becoming better organized. You're starting to see a little bit of a spin here. Look at that. And you have convection here. There's that spin. And becoming much better organized. We're going to look at the ECMWF enablers, which continue. The core of them shows westward, then westward, right into the islands. A lot of them, some of them do take it north. Definitely the stronger ones take it north, but more or less like this. If you look at the core model, it actually takes it on the southern side. I mean, the GFS is vastly further north, closer to the northward edges. But the core model we're looking at actually kind of takes it on the southern side. I mean, so it's looking like we're going to have a very powerful ridge in the next 7 days to the north, and it's doubtful that it's becoming very doubtful this thing recurves west of 65. I mean, and it's become more likely it makes landfall in the at least a threat on the United States. But anything further out than that is speculation. I mean, always take that with a pound of salt. There's 72 on the GFS. Yeah, we got 1,008. We got a little bit of a low pressure off Africa. 126. Yeah, definitely heading more westward. Um, let's look at the ECMWF. This, like I said, this thing is vastly further south. I mean, even 11 and a half north. I mean, 132 on the CMC. It's 15,999. And all these models show the second low off the Cape Verde at this point. 144. 168. It's moving down, moving westward. Um, but it's almost a Hurricane 992 on the CMC. GFS is down. That's 18 north at 162. 180, it pretty much dissipates. And the theory is it runs into the tut and gets depopulated at this point. But and it's heading just north of the islands. Um, we also have this low pressure developing off Florida at this point. I'm sorry, there's a car. There always is. Stupid. ECMWF is much further south. 968 millibars. Now we're about ready to move into the islands. 210. It's moving through the islands. About ready to reach the Virgin Islands. CMC. Vastly further north at this period, but still 984. This is the thing. ECMWF and CMC does not share it out. It's much stronger. Um, Compared to the GFS. So there's a wide range in intensities for where this system could be. And I think this thing could be strong. I mean, we could definitely have a hurricane on the islands or north of the islands at this point. Um, of course, this is like 9 days out. I mean, so there's going to be some. There's going to be air and what can a system can be. As we move further out, it becomes more speculation. We got another low off the Cape Verde at this point, right here. We got at 240, we got a 982 system on the GFS north of the DR. Let's go to 270. We got 959 moving into the Bahamas. We got another system off the Cape Verde. We got a couple systems in the East Pacific. This is way out there in Twilight Land. Almost crazy land. 947 moved for the Bahamas. Another system is moving west-west. It has 995 millibars at this point, which is crazy because this is in Fantasyland. And here's the end of the CMC at 240. More northward. ECMWS at 240. Let's go to 288. 961. Jesus Christ. 312. I mean, through the Bahamas, south of the GFS. And this trend is becoming very pronounced. I mean, like I showed you last night, at this point, the trough moves out, ridge builds in, and something totally changed dynamically in the Atlantic. Something we haven't really seen so far this season, but it does so for this system. I mean, Florida's luck. Yeah. 949 at 36. Wow. 934 north of it, but also has another system moving west-northwest in the MDR, Eastern Pacific system off Mexico, potentially something in the subtropics. But this is speculation. This is way out there. And the GFS, more or less, is just to the east by about 50-60 miles of, the 18Z model we looked at last night. Shows system moving west-northwest as it kind of approaches the leewards, the Eastern Pacific hurricane. Well, I'm speculating as of this morning, but this system could be around for a very long time. Maybe the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Well, anyways, I think it's going to develop. I think it could develop immediate pressure by the mall. Maybe next, maybe 5 p.m. tomorrow, if the LC continues to become better organized. Hurricane within 3 to 4 days. Well, that's your top update.